Namaste. Periyava Saranam. Spending money. Need for extreme caution. When money is needed for public service, there should be no dependence on rich people only, but each one should contribute something, however small it may be. The rich man also should do physical labor. The poor also should contribute whatever little money they can. This is real sacrifice. My view is that we should not make heavy demands on a rich man. I shall tell you the reasons. When I think about it, it appears that the rich man is placed in a difficult situation. Just for status, he has to do many things which he wants them or not. He has to pay for these things unnecessarily. If he has to keep up his appearance as a big man, he has to become a member of several clubs. He has to pay the subscriptions and incur expenses incidental to such membership. Then there is need to provide endowments in favor of one or two schools and colleges for awarding prizes. He has to incur several indirect expenses for being awarded titles, etc. Added to these, the car, bungalow, dress, entertainment, etc. To ensure the smooth running of his company or firm, he has to spend in several ways, some of which are open but some may not be. This is in a way becomes a duty. As if all this is not enough, political parties approach him for donation. Here too, even if sympathies are with a particular party and he feels is sufficient to donate to that party only, he has to donate to the other parties also, which may be in power to ensure that the government does not give him trouble. Also, marriages at home and other functions and fees, etc., involve considerable expenditure. He has also to pay taxes if he has to spend or to gift. Ultimately, it so happens that where in his heart of hearts he wants to donate liberally, he is in a position to give much less only. Name, fame, business interests, etc., assume greater importance. There is no point in telling he need not have to be like this. Even if we ourselves happen to be in that rich man's position, we will also do the same thing. If in this manner he has to spend on unnecessary things and he is not able to spend on what is necessary, he will feel guilty. In such a condition, why should we also go to him and harass him? Why should we drive him to a state when he is not in a position to give for what he himself would love to give? These are my thoughts on the condition of a rich man. When we think of social service, there are many of them. But if we try to find out who are patrons for such tasks, we will find there are only 10 or 12 in a place or a sector. But if we keep running to them every time with our receipt books, what can they do? Either they will give reluctantly or they will feel sorry that they are not able to give liberally even though they wish to. We also start thinking, is that money accounted or unaccounted? If it is unaccounted money, can it be used for charitable activities? Such questions arise. Therefore, social service should not be dependent only on a fewer people. If they of their own come to know of our activity and come forward with their donation, that can be accepted. I feel we should not go to them and pester them every time. There is another point in this. If only a few rich people take on the burden of a large part of the expenses, then that will result in their having more rights in the organization rendering service. The others may feel beholden to them. Whatever they say would be final in everything. This should not happen. Usually, if there is handling of money, along with it, several undesirable things will crop up. Those who venture into public service will have to be extremely careful in the matter of money. Even if we get good financial support, we should not become over enthusiastic on that account. If we do this, there will be no end to it. Because of this, the collection thought will overshadow the love of service to others and the bhakti of temple related activities. It will result in restlessly wandering with receipt books, trying through journalists to have appeals printed, trying to get advertisements for publication of souvenir, etc. We will have the constant fear about how we ourselves might change if a lot of money is collected and we come to handle it. Not only that, if a lot of money is collected, people in the place will also start having doubts about whether it is being spent properly. In addition to all this, as I mentioned just earlier, taking money from reluctant people by compelling them and later on account of it becoming beholden to him will spoil the sanctity of our work. Therefore, whatever good task is undertaken, instead of going overboard, we will have to do just what is necessary, and the expenditure should be managed with thrift and care. It should be understood that the basic strength for public service is not money, but minds which unite. Publicity should not be given for anyone who gives money and thus subject him to the loss of the punya earned by him. When a tank was dug in Tirupundurai Ayyanar temple, money was collected, wages were paid, and in the Kamakoti magazine, they published the names of the donors too. In the next issue itself, I had the following published in block letters as if expressing in a subtle manner an apology and sympathy. We have published like this that only to emphasize that hereafter such tasks should not be performed on the strength of money but on the strength of the love of the people. Periyava Sarana.